Right now, you can feel your hands. But here's what's absurd. You weren't born able to do that. Sounds crazy, right? Think about it. You're sitting somewhere. Your hands are resting on something. A phone, a desk, your knee. You can move them whenever you want. You know they're yours. But for the first months of your life, your hands were strangers, floating objects, aliens that drifted in and out of your visual field. You stared at them for hours, trying to figure out what they were. You did the same thing with your feet. Most adults watch a baby do this and assume the baby is bored or amused. The baby is not bored. The baby is calibrating. Now, the obvious assumption is that babies are just learning to use their bodies, right? Hardware pre-installed, they figure out the controls, end of story. But that's not actually right. The real story is much, much weirder. Because in the first weeks of your life, your brain didn't just have to learn how to move your hands. It had to learn that your hands belong to you. And you can actually see this construction happening if you watch a baby long enough. A newborn's own hand drifts into his visual field, and sometimes he startles. He grabs his foot and stares at it like it's a UFO. He'll watch his own fist for 30 straight minutes, completely focused, like he's working something out. Because he is. Now, the obvious read here is that he just has no idea any of this belongs to him, that his body is, from his point of view, a stranger. But the science tells a stranger story. Something is already there from day one, just barely. In 2013, researchers in London ran a beautiful experiment. They sat newborns, most less than 2 days old, in front of a screen showing another baby's face being stroked with a soft brush. Behind each baby, an experimenter brushed his actual cheek, sometimes in sync, sometimes 5 seconds delayed. The newborns looked longer at the in-sync version. Here's what that means. 2 days into being alive, before he could even hold his head up, a baby could already match a touch he felt to a touch he saw. He was drawing the faintest possible line. This touch is mine. That touch isn't. It's a seed of self, barely there, pre-conscious, primitive. Not yet, I own this body. Just the raw distinction between me and not me. And by 3 months, that seed becomes something completely different. In 1998, a psychologist named Philippe Rochat ran one of the strangest experiments I've ever come across. He took 3-month-old babies, put red and white striped socks on them, and sat each one in front of 2 TV monitors. The monitors showed live video of the baby's own kicking legs, like a mirror, but pointed at his feet. And then, he started messing with the image. Sometimes he flipped it left to right. Sometimes he secretly swapped in a different baby's legs entirely, while the real baby kept kicking. And he watched what they looked at. The 3-month-olds noticed, every time. They stared longer at the wrong version. Think about what this implies. They had no language, no idea what a leg was. But somehow, 3 months in, they didn't just have legs, they had a built-in expectation of how their legs should behave. Not a thought, a reflex. Hardware before software, body before self. So that's the trajectory. 2 days old, a seed. 3 months in, a full body map. Your body schema came online before you did, before memory, before words, before any concept of being a person at all. Here's the thing though, having a body isn't the same as having a self. Just because the brain has a map of where your hands are, doesn't mean there's anyone inside watching. So when does the you show up? For 50 years, scientists thought they had a clean answer. One specific moment, one specific test. The mirror test. You've probably heard of it. You take a toddler, you put a smudge of red rouge on his nose, you sit him in front of a mirror. Before 18 months, nothing. He treats the reflection like another kid, maybe waves, maybe ignores it. After 18 months, he touches his own nose. That mark is on me. That boy, that's me. For half a century, this has been the textbook moment a human being becomes self-aware. Except, in 2011, a team of psychologists ran the exact same test in rural Kenya. They tested 82 children, all between 18 months and 6 years old. 2 of them touched the mark. 2 out of 82. In Fiji, 0. Not a single child self-referred. They mostly just froze in front of the mirror. They saw the mark. They didn't reach. What this means is the mirror test isn't really measuring, do you know that's you? It's measuring, do you know that's you? And is it culturally appropriate to publicly show you noticed? That's a very different question. And it means the textbook answer was leaning on Western cultural defaults the whole time. Already kind of mind-blowing, right? But here's where it gets strange. In 1996, a psychologist named Daniel Pavanelli took kids who had clearly passed the mirror test, kids who could find their own nose in a mirror, no hesitation. He took those kids and ran a different experiment. He played a game with each child, and during the game, while the child was distracted, he secretly placed a large sticker on his forehead. 3 minutes later, he showed him a video of the game he had just played. On the video, you could clearly see the sticker being placed on a head, his hair, his face, the same face that 3 minutes ago had passed the mirror test. 0 of the 2-year-olds reached for their head. Only about a quarter of the 3-year-olds did. It took until age 4 for most kids to make the connection that the head on the screen is this head right here. That boy is the same boy as me. Read that again. The you that recognizes itself in a mirror cannot yet recognize itself across time. Self-recognition isn't one thing, it's layered. The mirror test catches one layer. Pavanelli's video catches a deeper one. So the mirror test isn't the finish line. It's not even a complete picture. It's barely the middle. Which means we need a better answer for when the you actually shows up. And Philippe Rochat, same scientist, the striped socks guy, spent the next 30 years building one. And what he came up with is genuinely strange. Self-awareness isn't a switch you flip. It's a stack you build. 5 separate levels, slowly assembled from the day you were born to about age 5. Level 1, you separate yourself from the world. The faintest line between this touch is mine and this touch is someone else's. That's the Broesch experiment, 2 days old. You have no idea what it means, but the line is being drawn. Level 2, you map your own body. The hand phase, the foot phase, that's the striped socks. Kicking against a cribmobile and slowly working out, wait, I am the one making this thing happen. Level 3, you recognize yourself in a mirror, around 18 months in Western cultures, or never in others. Level 4, you recognize yourself in a video taken 3 minutes ago. That takes another 2 years. And level 5, the final level, around 4 or 5 years old, you understand that other people are imagining a you, that to them, you are an other. There isn't one moment when you became you. There are 5, stretched across 5 years, and you can't remember a single one of them. Which raises a slightly uncomfortable question. If you spent your first months as a creature watching his own hand drift into view without knowing it was his, if you spent 2 more years recognizing yourself in mirrors, but not in videos, if the I you take for granted right now, the most basic fact of your existence, was assembled across 5 separate stages over 5 years, is the baby in your old photos actually you? You can't remember being him. You couldn't have, even at the time. You spent years inside that body without owning it. And then somewhere along the way, that creature handed off a half-built self to a slightly older creature, who handed it off to another, who handed it off to you. There was a you before there was a me, and then it built this you, and then it forgot. If this kind of weird science about yourself is your thing, hit subscribe. Next time, we're digging into something just as strange and surprising. See you in the next one.